Why is it that so many men over 50 are drinking more water than ever, yet feeling weaker, more tired, and less powerful in the bedroom? Why is it that plain hydration isn't giving you the stamina, circulation, or confidence it once did? And most importantly, what exactly is missing from that glass that could change everything? Because the truth is, plain water isn't the problem, but it isn't the solution either. Not anymore. As you move past 50, your body's natural chemistry begins to shift. One of the most important molecules for a man's health, nitric oxide, begins to drop sharply. And nitric oxide is what keeps your blood vessels open, flexible, responsive. It's what sends blood where it needs to go, especially when you're intimate, energized, or under physical stress. When nitric oxide is low, circulation suffers. When circulation suffers, everything from your energy to your erection strength begins to fade. Studies in the nitric oxide solution and other research-based books highlight a striking truth. By age 50, most men produce less than half the nitric oxide they did at 25, and water alone can't restore it. That's why you can drink liter after liter and still feel dehydrated, sluggish, or unable to achieve a full, lasting erection. Your vessels need nourishment, not just hydration. They need fuel to open up again. This is where a simple change makes all the difference. When you add natural nitrate-rich elements, like a small squeeze of lemon for vitamin C activation, or a teaspoon of beet powder rich in dietary nitrates, you turn ordinary water into a nitric oxide-boosting drink. Suddenly, circulation starts improving. Blood flow becomes more responsive. Warmth returns to your hands, your face, and yes, your performance. Men who make this change often describe a feeling of coming back online, as if something that had been slowly dimming suddenly switches back on. The reason this works so well is simple. Nitric oxide is produced from the foods and nutrients you take in. Foods like spinach, arugula, pomegranates, and beets have the compounds your blood vessels crave. When these compounds enter your system, your arteries become more elastic, your bloodstream flows more freely, your body begins to work with you again, not against you. Think about it this way. Every time you drink plain water, you quench thirst. But every time you drink water enhanced with nitric oxide supporting ingredients, you nourish the system responsible for energy, heart health, and sexual performance. One helps you survive, the other helps you thrive. And the effects aren't only physical. When a man feels his strength returning, when he wakes up with energy, when he feels that surge of confidence in his step, when his body responds the way it's supposed to in intimate moments, it changes the way he sees himself. It shifts the way he walks through the world. It reignites a sense of masculinity, competence, and vitality that many men quietly fear they've lost. This is why I tell men over 50, stop drinking plain water. Not because it's harmful, but because it's incomplete. Your body is calling for more. It is asking you to support the very molecule responsible for your stamina, your performance, your heart health, and your ability to be fully present, both in life and in your relationships. Add something simple, something natural, something your body already recognizes. A teaspoon of beet powder, a squeeze of lemon, a pinch of pink salt for electrolyte balance. These tiny additions create a drink that does more than hydrate. It activates. Every sip starts rebuilding what age tries to take. Every glass supports the blood flow that keeps you strong. Every day you choose this upgrade, you choose vitality over decline. And when you give your body what it needs, your body gives back. In energy, in confidence, and in the kind of performance that makes a man over 50 feel unstoppable again. After age 50, your hydration needs shift because your blood vessels aren't as responsive as they used to be. Drinking plain water may quench thirst, but it no longer delivers the same benefits for circulation, energy, or performance. The body becomes less efficient at absorbing and using water at the cellular level. And without certain minerals and nitrates, that water does very little to support blood flow. This is why men who drink plenty of water can still feel tired, lightheaded, or weak. Hydration alone is no longer enough. Your body needs ingredients that activate hydration, not just fill your stomach with water. Most men don't realize that plain water, although essential, lacks the nutrients required to support circulation, nitric oxide, and vascular health. It's empty. It hydrates, but does not nourish. As men get older, the blood vessels need compounds that support elasticity and blood movement. Without them, water simply passes through the system without improving energy levels, oxygen delivery, or sexual performance. That's why many men feel like they drink water constantly, but nothing changes, because plain water doesn't give the body what it's truly missing. Nitric oxide is one of the most powerful molecules for male vitality. It relaxes and opens blood vessels, allowing blood to move freely. This affects everything: strength, stamina, cardiovascular health, and especially erections. Erections are simply a function of blood flow, and without nitric oxide, that blood cannot move into the tissues that create firmness. When nitric oxide is high, circulation is strong. When it's low, performance drops. This is why supporting nitric oxide can create such noticeable improvements in energy and sexual health very quickly. Many men think weakening erections are caused by testosterone alone, but the deeper issue is blood flow. As men age, nitric oxide production drops drastically. Blood vessels stiffen. Circulation slows. Without enough nitric oxide, the tissues responsible for creating an erection cannot fill and sustain pressure. This is why men feel changes in firmness, duration, and sensitivity. It's not a sign of failure. It's a sign that the circulatory system needs support. And the solution isn't complicated, it just requires the right nutrients to reopen those vessels. Just 1 teaspoon of beet powder or a small amount of beet juice provides dietary nitrates that your body converts into nitric oxide. You can transform a basic glass of water into a circulation-boosting drink instantly. Adding lemon not only enhances flavor, but provides vitamin C, which helps nitric oxide stay active longer. Some men add pomegranate powder or just a pinch of pink salt to support absorption and electrolyte balance. These tiny additions take seconds but can deliver hours of better blood flow, better energy, and better performance. When you increase nitric oxide, blood moves more easily through your arteries. This means the heart doesn't have to work as hard, oxygen delivery improves, and your stamina rises. Men often describe feeling warmed from the inside out, more awake, and more stable. Over time, this improved circulation boosts exercise performance, daily energy, and sexual confidence. When a man feels his body responding, when he experiences stronger erections, quicker recovery, and sharper vitality, it creates a powerful lift in confidence and masculine identity. Beyond beets, foods like arugula, spinach, watermelon, and pomegranates contain high levels of natural nitrates and L-citrulline, compounds that help the body produce nitric oxide. Many books on circulation and vascular health reference how these foods support artery flexibility and blood vessel repair. When men combine these foods with upgraded hydration, their bloodstream becomes more active and responsive. This leads to better performance, not only in intimacy, but also in general life. Walking, climbing stairs, exercising, thinking clearly, and waking up with more energy. A simple routine can change how a man feels all day. Wake up, hydrate with a nitric oxide boosting drink, move lightly for 5 minutes to stimulate circulation, and breathe deeply to increase oxygen. This routine signals the body to switch on again after a long night. The drink opens blood vessels, movement sends blood flowing, and deep breathing increases nitric oxide naturally. When practiced daily, men over 50 often feel younger, stronger, and more alive. The body begins to respond with better endurance and better bedroom performance. When nitric oxide rises, so does everything else that makes a man feel powerful: energy, drive, confidence, and sexual strength. Blood flow improves mood, clarity, and physical presence. Erections become fuller and more reliable. Daily tasks feel easier. a man begins to feel like himself again, not tired, not fading, but reactivated. Restoring nitric oxide isn't just a physical upgrade, it's an emotional one. It helps men reclaim the vitality they thought aging had taken forever.